brought back Cowboy football in 1990 after a 27-year absence, and since then we've had pretty remarkable success for a program over the long haul. We've only had two head coaches, myself and Coach Keeling included, and I don't know how many conference championships and playoff bursts we've had and all that kind of stuff, but it's been a lot. But more important than that, I think the thing that separates us from other programs is how we try to take great care of our players and try to put those guys in positions to be successful and help to build not just great football players and not even just great students, but great men, great husbands and fathers down the road. And I think that's where we are able to excel. And then whenever you can put a great product on the field, that's a great combination.
Cowboy football is really nothing better. I was fortunate enough to have played here, played for Coach Keeling, had a locker next to Coach Brace, and helped me get into coaching, helped me develop work ethic. There's a lot of times I guess I've reflected on a lesson learned through Cowboy football, and people I talk to the most and the people I played with, the brotherhood. It's not just something we talk about. It's the real deal. There's a lot of people that leave here and coach. It means enough to me. I remember my wife here. I have a son that's a sophomore here. I bleed purple. It's a unique place. You don't get an education anywhere. You go play D3 football, probably 380 schools. It's just something different in the DNA of a Hardin-Simmons Cowboy.
Cowboy football is just, it's a different world than anywhere else I've been. I've been at, this would be my sixth stop. I've spent probably half of my career at the Division I level. That's a different kind of world. That's a very business transactional world. And the world we live in, it's about building men. And I think we do it better than anywhere else. We just talked to our defensive meeting last night about our guys get a full dose of character development and how to be a man. That doesn't happen in a lot of places. I think when you put a sole focus and a big value and asset on building them up and building excellent men, not just turning them into men, but excellent men in life, you're going to reap the benefits. And I think we do a great job of that. Obviously, when you bring in high numbers like we do, the competition level is going to raise at all times. We don't have to tell our guys when it's time to go. They understand the value of perfection. They understand the expectation of doing things the right way, the Cowboy way, the hoo-yah. All those things and these traditions that we have here are ways that we get our guys to understand the value of high-level football. This is a place that we genuinely, and I mean genuinely, care about our players. We do whatever we can to do right by our players, and I think our kids understand that. This is a place where, like when you have tradition, when you have a tradition of excellence, there's a high standard. There isn't a margin of error for, hey, you do this the wrong way, you're going to get away with it. That just doesn't fly here. And that is what led us to be really, really successful. I think Coach White had talked about it. In a 10-year span, the last decade, we have an 80 win percentage. That doesn't happen a lot of places. And it all starts with the development that we do from day one.
Hey camera, it's report day. You know the vibe, we got Jordan here. Say hi, Jordan. It's a great day to be young and a Cowboy.
I made the ID picture, that's me right there.
Hey,
that's me. Look.
No, it's not. That is, hey, look who's holding him up.
You can't even see.
Look who's holding him up.
You see 6'4"? 6'4" is me.
I'm holding him up. I'm holding him up.
You're the ID guy.
Noah Garcia, who? Who needs Noah Garcia?
All right, this is 2024 Fall Camp Gear Haul. So we got our backpack, HSU football, it's nice. First thing, we got our shirt, HSU Cowboy football. Then we got our purple workout shirt, just HSU football. And this goes under our pads for practice. It's a little compression, it's got all in on the back, that's one of our sayings. And then the second thing in the bag, we got another pair of shorts. Just say "Hoo-yah" on the leg, and then that's about it. That's the Cowboy 2024 gear haul.
So basically, players are coming in, they're getting their helmets fitted on, equipment, they're getting guardian cap, pants, thigh pads, all the good stuff they need to play football.
What's up, squad? Dang, what do I do?
Dude, you're kidding me.
It's not like I tried to do it.
What's up, people? Welcome to the player hangout. Man, let's get going. Year 5. Ready to get it going. Ready to see all my friends, have some fun. So let's go. Let's do it.
Full-timers doing GA work, baby. Love it. Yeah. No job is not your job.
What helmet do you got?
Jared, it's your boy. It's your boy, LaMarcus Bodley. Class of 2028, safety. Moving day. Got a big old backpack right now. Yeah, trying to get right, you know. But, who y'all?
A lot of our Cowboys on here, a bunch of brothers here. Just excited for everybody.
Can you hear what we're saying?
Big Mike. Big Mike.
It's day 2. Michael's looking clean behind the camera. Sheriff here. We love y'all. About to put on a show.
Love you.
Just lit for these meetings, honestly.
Yes, a day in the life. It's a great life.
Great life. The best life.
Wouldn't have it any other way, really.
Exactly.
All my boys.
You.
All my dogs. I do this for my squad. I do this for my gang.
You need to go do this on Coach Bell is what you need to do. Look at Elbow. Look, put the camera on Elbow. This is Elbert Allen, 7th year senior, Seguin High School, Fort Worth, won 2 games in high school, 7 shoulder surgeries. They can get you a pizza.
I'm mic'd up today. I'm gonna be honest. I'm a little nervous about it. So I'm gonna try to keep from screaming into the mic. No response. So I guess I'm good. All right. We're going to talk about some things today that are really, really important. Again, the thing that I talked to you guys about yesterday, today is going to be the most important meeting day that we have the entire season, okay, without a doubt, because we have a lot of things to cover. There's going to be some really, really important information to lay the foundation for everything we're going to build on. So again, the expectations, okay, make sure your phone's on airplane mode. We talked about that, okay, being able to have something to write with on water, okay. The most important thing, though, is I want this last part right here that we're talking about, okay, engage, okay. It's important to do what? If it's important, do what? Write it down, okay? And so that needs to be a theme, a habit, a practice that each one of you guys have, because you can't write down everything. I don't expect that, okay? But the thing I also want to point out as well is he said that during camp, during meetings, during things whenever somebody wasn't engaged, somebody wasn't participating, somebody wasn't all in. Who stopped the meeting? Who called them out? They did, right? Player-led, right? Not a coach, okay? It's very easy for us to do that as coaches, but the thing you've got to understand, great teams are player-led on something as simple as that. And I know that I actually saw this happen during our season last year whenever it really started to take off and ramp up was whenever we'd be coming into that team meeting, you guys know on Tuesday, right before we get ready to go out and do the things we need to do, I would hear different players saying, make sure you have something to write with, make sure you have something to write on, okay? They know that I'm going to say that. They know that I'm going to send that out and remind. They know I'm going to do all those things, but they're taking care of it ahead of time. But the most important thing is just you do it. The best discipline is self-discipline, right? Okay, so that something as simple as taking notes is going to be extremely important. Okay? A million reasons to quit. I'm going to think back. I don't like to bring up old, but I'm going to. You guys remember Endicott last year? Bunch of reasons to quit, right? Adversity. Okay, really tough moving forward. You guys that didn't quit, guess what? Became a champion. We say it all the time. Those who stay will be champions. Don't quit. Okay? Because I promise you, you will have a reason. You will have many reasons. You're not special in that aspect. You're special if you overcome that. You're special if you stick with it. You're special if you persevere. I'm going to challenge you to do that. Good?
Coming in as a freshman and then your other years here, you just see the guys that are team captains and you look up to them so highly and, they do everything right. It's just kind of a surreal experience, honestly, to be in this position, but I'm so grateful for it and I couldn't be happier about it.
We need to be the same team week in, week out. So regardless who we play, we got to prepare and treat every week the same.
Everything's a blessing, just looking forward. We just got to put in the same hard work. It's nothing that we have to do different. Just stay true to who we are. Toughness, discipline, effort, put it on display, and it'll get the job done on Saturdays.
Yeah, I guess one word I would use to describe Coach Neese is fierce. He knows what he wants, and he demands it. So that's definitely the standard for us this fall. He wants to be the #1 defense in the country, and that's what we want as well.
Coach Neese, was funny whenever we needed to hire a new defensive coordinator. What I did is I just started researching. I started looking at teams across the country that played really good defense, and I didn't know him, didn't know anything about him. I just knew that those guys had done a great job defensively, and so I reached out. We had a quick conversation one day. A couple of days later, I called him back. Next thing you know, he's here for an interview and took the job. And the rest is going to be history. It's going to be a good history, though. But he brings a very unique mindset, I think, to defense in terms of keeping it simple for our players, but it looks extremely confusing to the opponent. We're going to be on the attack. We're going to be the best tacklers in America, and we're going to cause a bunch of turnovers. So I'm really excited to see our guys get out there and be able to perform and do the things that he's coached them to do.
The culture of Texas football, not just in the high schools, but in the college ranks, the way the kids have grown up here, being coached really, really hard by great coaches. The high school in Texas coaching network is unbelievable, especially through the Hardin-Simmons network. And you can tell in the way that our kids play, they prepare, they go about their business, that they've been well coached their whole life, that this is something that's overly important to them, that this is a region of the country where football reigns king. And, not to say that up north that isn't how it is, but there's just way more importance and value on it down here in Texas. I'm going to be a little bit more aggressive at all times compared to most people. That doesn't always mean blitzes, right? I think that's a lot of times people say, hey, aggressive means, hey, we just bring more people, things like that. We teach our guys from the onset just the biggest 3 things that they've probably been hearing since they were in middle school is, can they play hard? We talk all the time about attitude and effort. Obviously, the things that I as a coach cannot control, cannot coach. Right? That's things that as a player you control at all times. You always talk about control the things that you need to be able to handle. And so that's something that every day we're going to demand and get it out of them. The second piece is we're going to run to the football. That's something that they've probably heard since they were in middle school, but there's a premium here on guys that pursue. It's something we're going to do every day in practice, and Therefore, we're going to get that out of them when we turn on the clips. You know, if you're a backside corner and the ball's away from you, we better see you run into the football. You know, that's just building that mindset. And the last piece, we're going to talk to them about being the best tackling team in the country. That's a guarantee. I made them in the spring, guarantee I'm going to make them in the fall, that's what we're going to be. We're going to be fundamentally sound in the way we tackle. We're going to be aggressive, and we're going to be able to finish with high fundamentals. That's something that I take great pride in. Something we're going to practice every single day. It's not always the most fun, but it's the thing that wins football games. The more fundamentally sound and technically great you can be, the better off we're going to be as a defense, which allows us to then be way more aggressive.
A lot of improvements happening. You know, anytime that you can get the commitment to facilities like we have with redoing the turf on the field, and then the unbelievable weight room we have now.
New weight room, excited to have it. It says a lot about the commitment that our alumni have and the experience they had, because all the racks behind us, everything here was donated by former players, primarily they were football players. So they must have had such a good experience and impacted them that they wanted to give back. And advantages are we have more racks than we used to, so we can service more athletes, get more people through here, be more efficient. The flooring is better. You can apply metrics on it. Feels better walking around on. Equipment-wise, we can do everything we want. We have brand new chains, bands, and I would say, like, recruiting-wise, the logo is the branding, and it helps a ton. It just looks different, smells different, feels different. I put it, if not number one, probably top 10 in all of Division III as far as facilities go. And we're planning to keep building as those donors annually give, so we'll keep adding things each year. The TVs help a lot in being able to communicate and coach efficiently and effectively with not just football, but all 560 athletes we have.
You know, the expectation, I think if you put it into one simple phrase, is going to be the best version of us. What does that look like? I think that goes to each individual player, every single coach, everybody associated with the program, being the best version of them. And if we all do that, I mean, the sky's the limit. I mean, you can look at and say, hey, we want to win a conference championship, we want to be in the playoffs, we want to win playoff games, we want to win a national championship. Everybody says the same thing. But more important than that, I want to see the best version of the Cowboys, individually and more importantly, collectively. That's exactly what we're working towards.